school and college doesn't teach you about money, doesn't teach you how to handle relationships, doesn't teach you how to handle failure. It doesn't teach you anything you want really to live in your life. And I want to tell you guys that you are in the right place at the right time, because training and coaching is going to explode. It's going to be a multi-million-dollar industry, and India, the curve is just starting. I want to tell something to every one of you. I want you guys to understand that you are being mentored by the best of the best in the world. So that I want to really thank you for the work you're doing, because at the level you're playing, there's nobody in the world who's doing this. Listen to me carefully. No matter whatever your topic is, you give yourself 3 years, not 6 months, 3 years. I will promise you, you will make anywhere from 25 lakhs to 1 crore per month. Somewhere in middle, something he said, it was like a personal one-to-one for me. It was like that message was only for me, and it struck home, and I knew what I had to fix. That night I couldn't sleep.
Without much further ado, let's bring on the one and only Suren Jayasekar. So Suren, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Siddharth. Thank you for that warm welcome. It's always an honor and privilege to talk to your community. Super excited and really looking forward.
Thank you, Suren. The conversation is going to be very chill. Like, we are going to speak as if we are just speaking in our living room, and let the world know on the journey and how things unfolded for you. So are all of you ready for a casual conversation and raw and real? Yes. Just type RR in the comment box. We're going to keep it raw, real, and have an amazing conversation. So the first question, Suren, that I have for you is, I know you've been through a pretty tough starting point in your journey. And I wanted to find out, what got you into the training and coaching world? What was that starting point for you?
Okay, thank you, Sid. First, a warm welcome and a big thank you for everyone in this room. And I want to tell you guys that you are in the right place at the right time, because training and coaching is going to explode. It's going to be a multi-million-dollar industry, and India, the curve is just starting. So when you're at the starting of a curve, the momentum of the trend will take you wherever you want to go. All you need to do is be focused and do what Sid says. That's it. Just blindly do what Sid says. You're going to make super successful. Okay, now to your question, Sid.
Yes.
For me, I have to tell a little background of my story. I'm from a very humble background. As you know, I'm from Chennai. Very humble background. I lost my father when I was 17. I started working at the age of 18. I don't have a college degree. So I had 24 lakhs loans when I started working. So I'm a forced entrepreneur. Meaning my first salary was 3,500 rupees, and it was not even sufficient to pay the interest of my loans. So I had to do something in business. So I'm a forced entrepreneur. I tried something, it worked, didn't work. And my second phase of life, after 2 business failures in my worst low, that time Brian Tracy had come to Chennai. That was March 5th, 2006. And one of my friends pushed me to that seminar. So I went to that seminar. There were 600 odd people. I was sitting somewhere in the middle of the seminar hall. It happened in Chinmay Heritage in Chennai. That's the venue of the Velays. So Brian is a phenomenal speaker. If you know Brian Tracy, you know he's a great speaker. So he speaks like a fountain. I was taking notes like anyone else. Somewhere in middle, something he said, it was like a personal one-to-one for me. It was like that message was only for me, and it struck home, and I knew what I had to fix. That night I couldn't sleep. I had a sleepless night. I knew what I had to fix, but I also made a promise to myself. When I make lots of money, I'm going to bring Brian Tracy and do a seminar for my friends and family. That's a promise I did on March 5th, 2006 night. After that, I started implementing what Brian Tracy told me. My business started improving. Then I thought, one seminar has made such a big difference. Can I start learning from more teachers? When I looked around for the teachers I really loved, they were not coming to India at that time. So I started traveling to Singapore. I learned from Jim Rohn. I went to Malaysia, Harv Eker, Tony Robbins. And I also understood key to success. For us to be successful, all we have to do is invest in our re-education. The more trainings I did, the faster I became successful. So in November 2011, after building multiple successful business, I went back to my promise. I said, sir, now I made money. So now I have to bring Brian Tracy to Chennai for my friends and family. SuccessGyan was only started to bring Brian Tracy to Chennai and do a seminar for my friends and family. Feb 20th, 2012, we brought him, Brian, to Chennai in Hyatt Regency. I had 400 of my personal friends and family who came to that event. They loved it and said, can you bring more such people? So every 90 days, I used to bring a mentor and teacher whom I learned from. That's how actually SuccessGyan started. No business model, nothing. As you say, rest all is history. 2014, we redid the model. We started doing MMI, NAC, and 2019 was our biggest year. We did 150 plus seminars across 13 cities and 6 other countries. More than 50,000 people walked into a seminar room. So that's how that one program of March 5th, 2006 changed my life.
Amazing, amazing. Can you recollect on what was that trigger point in 2006? Like, what was the message that hit you, and when you were in that Brian Tracy event? Able to recollect?
Okay, I've only said this once all my life. This is the second time I'm going to share that. That's a very personal thing. What happened? Okay, what he said was something very spiritual.
Okay.
Had nothing to do with business. It had nothing to do with making money. Nothing. What he said was, whenever nature wants to give you a gift, okay, let me repeat. Whenever nature wants to give you a gift, it will first hit you. Okay, let's say you get a problem. Okay, it will hit you. If you don't learn the lesson, nature will give you a gap. It will hit you harder the second time. If you still don't learn the lesson, it's going to give a longer gap, hit you really harder. This process will continue until it hits you so harder where you wake up and learn the lesson.
Wow.
The minute you learn the lesson, that problem will not happen in your life. This is applicable for people who fail regularly in business, applicable for people who fail regularly in relationships. All he said was successful people, when a problem hits them, they don't ask the question, why me? I don't deserve this. They don't go on that mode. They only ask two questions. What's the lesson I have to learn from this? That's the only question they ask. What is the lesson I have to learn? And second, they ask the next question, what to do next. So if you change that perspective, whenever a challenge comes to you, you will actually understand that it's an opportunity for you to grow to the next level. For me, that landed so well, because for the business I failed, I was blaming my partners, I was blaming the whole world. The minute I got that, it landed, no? I knew what I did. And that changed my life. And I always thank Brian for that. For me, he's my number one teacher and mentor personally for me, who changed my life.
So that message, which is more like taking responsibility, right? Like, I got to do it. That was the message. And of course, the patterns that keep coming back if you don't act on it. So what action did you take? I mean, after that event, once this hit you, once you realized, I mean, how did you break the pattern?
See, if you actually understand, Asid, no matter, we have lots of people, we have a few hundred people in this room.
Yes.
All of them are going through challenges. If they just think the challenges they're going through are coming again and again, just the form is different. Either they're failing in business again and again, or a relationship problem, anything.
Yes.
Because they've not broken the pattern, because they've not learned the lesson. The minute you get the lesson, that pattern will not come in your life. So that's the goal. So for me, I understood that instead of blaming my partners, what did I do to attract them into my life, and what is that I have to change so that I don't attract such people into my life? I started going into introspection. As you rightly said, complete responsibility for what was happening in my life. That one thing changed. From that day, I said I will never outwardly blame government, partner, friend, anybody. It's always me where I'll go and fix. And the minute you start fine-tuning yourself, your vibration goes up and you start attracting people. So I fixed that in my business. The same business, nothing changed. It started working. And I started making money.
Amazing. And I like the way you use the word vibration. Can you go a little bit into that space? Because all of us are vibrating beings. And according to you, what is your philosophy on this? Like, how can one shift their orbit?
Okay, very valid question. We can go on, ask for this. I'm going to give a shorter answer. Okay,
Yes.
first I want all of us to understand that we are energy beings. Okay, how do you know that? Very simple. Sometimes when you walk into a room, you just love that some person without even having a single conversation. Why is that? Ask that question. You walk into a room and you just love that person. The other thing also is possible. When you see a person coming to you, you want to go back. You do not want to talk to them.
Yeah.
So, without a conversation, why? Because all of us are energy beings. Now, the people you attract to you The circle you have in your life is directly proportionate to your vibration.
Can you repeat
As
that?
you-
Yeah.
okay, the people you
People.
have in your life, the circle, the network you have right now is
Hmm.
directly proportion to your vibration.
Okay.
Meaning, if you need to grow, you need to change your network. As simple as that. To
Hmm.
change your network, you need to grow your vibration. To grow your vibration, you need to go inside and work on yourself. As simple as that.
Hmm.
Meaning, if you are a being where you empathize with anyone's problem,
Hmm.
your vibration will go up. As simple as that. If you're
Okay.
somebody who only thinks of I, me, myself, your
Hmm.
vibration is going to go down. So the minute you go universal, where
Hmm.
your thought is only value for your customer, you
Hmm.
don't look at your bank balance, where everywhere you do that little bit to help somebody, you start
Hmm.
going vibrationally high. So our focus is only to work on us so that the vibration goes up. When you do that, you will attract anything and everything. Siddharth, take your life and my life, correct?
Hmm.
We were nobody. Literally, who are we? We were nobody. Both of us didn't do college. Think about it. Both of us didn't do college, correct? But we found teachers and mentors who we aligned with and we blindly followed them.
Hmm.
Correct? We are
Yes.
great students till now. We always focus on what to learn. Correct?
Hmm.
And we always want to give more value than the money we collect. We have a set of value system, integrity, and code of honor we don't change
Yes.
because we are working on ourselves every single day. And you would
Hmm.
agree with that, correct? 20, when
Absolutely.
I was a different
Absolutely.
person, you are a different person.
Yes.
Every day we are working on ourselves to vibrationally increase ourselves so that we can create more impact to the community we have.
Hmm.
That's been our goal. That's all we do, right? That's all. So
Yes.
all we need to do is focus on ourselves and
Hmm.
become a better person than yesterday. That's it. In every area of your life.
Fantastic.
That's it.
Fantastic. So everything is connected, everything, like the business. If your business is not growing, all of you are watching it, it has to do with something you got to work on yourself. And that's beautiful. How many of you here are taking notes? I would like all of you to take notes digitally. Okay. Just type me in the comment box. And towards the end, I would like all of you to share these notes on social media. I'm going to run that later on towards the end. So please take a lot of notes. Suren, thank you. This is a very powerful point that you mentioned on vibration, and how changing the orbit is about changing the circle of influence, and then raising the vibration. That's exactly what has happened with me. And thank you for actually creating the environment for not just me, but for hundreds of us, thousands of us, to really raise the vibration. So I can see where you're coming from, and how that starting point of yours is now the mission that you're on. Amazing. So you have seen like hundreds and thousands of trainers over the last decade now. It's going to be a decade in this game. According to you, what do you think are the characteristics of a world-class trainer
Okay.
from your
So
side? Yeah.
I will tell you my point of view. Okay.
Mm.
For anybody who wants to play at a world class level, first they have to be a lifelong learner.
Mm.
There is no stopping point here. Your learning never stops. You need to be a lifelong learner. For me, that is very, very key. You need to be teachable, coachable.
Mm.
And it is always about the participant, it is not about you. So I always tell people a very simple distinction to find a difference between a world class trainer and a mediocre trainer.
Mm.
If a mediocre trainer, somebody will always talk about him, it's always about his content, it's not about his students. If you find a trainer who's always thinking about his students, he's truly world class. He's going in that direction. So, teachable, coachable, lifelong learner, what is his mission?
Mm.
What is his personal story? Why is he doing this? Is very, very important. The why needs to be strong if he really wants to create a massive impact. For me, that is important. If it's only money, I don't think that person will become world class. Yeah, money is
Mm.
important, I understand. But his personal story, his mission, teachable, coachable, lifelong learning, these are some of the key things people need. And most importantly, they need to understand that they always have to give more value to students and their only focus is to give massive result for the customers. That's the focus.
Mm.
You always need to stick that. And all the world class traders I've seen have these characteristics. And they have mutual respect for each other and they
Mm.
always have a clear micro niche. They don't do everything.
Mm.
So I know trainers who teach sales, marketing, it doesn't work. You take your micro niche and stick to it and you become an expert at it. So you need to be expert in your micro niche. It's very, very key. These are some of the
Mm.
characteristics.
Super. Thanks for letting us know. That's very, very clear. You mentioned. Uh, Again, connected to this, now you have worked. You've been very closely interacting with the legends of the space. Like you even had lunch with Jim Rohn, right? And I really wish I could have seen him, as a person. So I mean, I just wanted to know your view. When you look at all these legends, say Jack Canfield, Brian Tracy, he's the one who really impacted you. Then you interacted with Jim Rohn, Tony, you interacted with Tony Robbins, and all these others. Uh, what do you think makes them legendary?
Okay, quite a question. For me, I personally believe
Mm.
all of them came from humble backgrounds, Siddharth. All of them.
Mm.
I've done a research on this.
Okay.
Everyone is from humble background. And I want to tell people here, if you're facing challenges, get excited. You know why? If your first half of your life is not good, your second half is definitely going to be good. Get
Mm.
ready for it. So all of them came from humble background. All of them start their day with gratitude.
Mm.
I've actually spoken to everyone. All of them start their day with gratitude. All of them have mutual respect and admiration for each other.
Mm.
And they're the expert in their topic. And their mission is bigger than them.
Mm.
So see, if you take Brian Tracy, Jack Canfield, we have spoken to him quite often. He's made millions and millions of dollars. He doesn't do it right. He doesn't need to do anything right now. He can sit
Yeah.
back and relax. He's 77 years old. Okay.
Mm.
The reason why he does this because it's his mission to actually go and impact people. It is no longer about money. So their mission is always bigger than them, and they have mutual respect and admiration for each other. And I truly believe they are here because their purpose is to serve humanity. So
Yes.
somewhere down the lane, they started like you and me, and it changed. Where their
Mm.
mission and purpose is to make a difference to the world, and they are ready to do anything. And most importantly, at this level, they're very humble and they're teachable and coachable, Siddharth. That's what I love about that. Like Jack Canfield will come back and say,
Yeah.
Siddharth, can you teach this from me? Like
Mm.
Blair Singer comes back and says, Siddharth, I'm learning this from you. Can you teach? There
Mm.
is absolutely no ego even at that level. That is something
Yes.
we really love from these. These are some of the things I've really found from these
Mm.
world class trainers and coaches. That's why
Love
legendary.
it. Yes. Yes. Amazing. Next question is this: why do you think coaches and trainers fail miserably in their business, in
Wow.
spite of attending program after program and going room after room? What is your thought on this?
Okay. One of the reasons I feel is training and coaching doesn't have an entry barrier. What do I mean by
Okay.
that? Anybody can become a trainer and coach, which is actually good. But actually, when they come in, their focus is to make money, and they feel this is a very easy way to make money. They feel they see a Siddha, they see a Rajiv, and they think they're making tons of money. Okay, let's do it. And you also tell that you're a college dropout, so there's no basic requirement. So that's what people think. What they don't understand is one of my mentors told me this: you become an overnight success after 20 years of hard work. Let me repeat. You become an overnight success after 20 years of hard work. People see only the overnight success. They don't see the 20 years of hard work. Like, I know you from 2012. I know the journey you've gone through. I literally know every single phase of your life. And you are like any of the 500, 600, 700 people in this room. Correct? You are exactly like that. Just
Yes.
that you are super focused, super disciplined. You are willing to work, willing to pay the price, and you paid the price when you didn't have the money. So you
Yeah.
really need to place. So that's the difference, correct? So the
Mm.
whole point is, I truly believe training and coaching is going to go crazy. It's going to be multi-million dollar industry. So for people who fail, one of the reasons is they think it's very easy. They think it's a quick, rich way to make money.
Mm.
First and most important. Second reason, they do not have a micro niche.
Mm.
They try to do anything and everything. They do not have a core content. Sometimes they just take somebody's content and just do it. You can
Yes.
always do a khichdi of everything, but what is your core message? That should be yours. If you do not have your core, it won't work. It can be any
Mm.
topic. So they fail there. And they have a scarcity mindset.
Mm.
They have a very they don't have an abundance mindset. What do I mean by that? We have 600 or 700 odd people in this room. Let's say all the 700 people are doing only one topic. Let's say business growth, for example.
Mm.
I will tell you, all the 700 people can make 1 crore in India, because that much how big is the market. Okay, it doesn't mean that if I get this customer, you're not going to get this customer. So there's a scarcity mindset I find, and they give up very fast. Like take that last time lockdown. Do you
Mm.
know how many trainers and coaches used to run ads? Like you literally open your Facebook, you will only see ads. But check it out right now. Where are these people? They all thought it was easy, correct? It doesn't work
Yeah.
like that. Because
Mm.
you need to be a lifelong learner, and this industry, if you want to be world class, you need to work on yourself every single day. Okay, so there's no quick rich, there is no shortcut. Everybody has to go through the rind if they want to be truly world class. So these are some of the reasons people actually fail and give up midway.
Mm. Awesome, awesome. Great clarity on that, Suren. How many of you are loving this? Just type loving it in the comment box. Yeah, Suren, I just love the way that you're so precise, in the way that you know exactly what has to be done. Which leads me to the next question is, now you have seen the training and coaching industry evolve, right from the pre era, like you've attended like the legends, all of their training events, and then the boom era in the offline world that happened the last 5 to 10 years, and then the way that SuccessGyan has pivoted in the last 1 year is phenomenal. Like I think now you're reaching out to more number of people than ever before, than in the offline world. So the question is, where do you see this industry itself going from your vision into the next decade?
Okay, before answering that, I want to tell something to every one of you. I want you guys to understand that you are being mentored by the best of the best in the world. So that I want to really thank you for the work you're doing, because at the level you're playing, there's nobody in the world who's doing this. Do you all agree, guys? If you agree, type agree in the chat box. I'll tell you why.
Thank you, Suren.
But as you said, Siddharth, I've met 100 plus world class trainers. I know people who are the best of the best in this industry across the world. I've had lunch with Tony, you name it. I've met everyone, correct? I've also met all the new age gurus. Like, Grant Cardone, I've spoken with Grant Cardone, correct? Gary Vee, we shared the stage with Gary Vee. I've done that. I've met everyone. But I have not seen a single teacher who works at the level you work. Okay, so I want you guys to truly understand that you're totally blessed. And the reason I'm sharing this, no matter whatever your topic is, listen to me carefully, no matter whatever your topic is, you give yourself 3 years, not 6 months, 3 years. I will promise you, you will make anywhere from 25 lakhs to 1 crore per month, if you're willing to do whatever it takes, because this industry is going to explode. I'll tell you why. I truly believe today people realize our education system doesn't work anymore. Suddenly the awareness actually kicked in. Right now people are studying from home, right? How can you do that? It won't work at all. So what they've understood is the education system is only designed for you to get a job. Okay. Now let me ask this question, guys. If I ask you this question, what is that you want in life? If you type in one word, what will you type? Just tell me what is that you want in life. Just think and tell me at this precise day what you want. You want freedom, you want money, you want happiness, you want peace, correct? You want to make money, you want to know financial freedom. Exactly, all the things you said. All the things you said, you will not get in school and college. Do you agree? School and college doesn't teach you about money, doesn't teach you how to handle relationships, doesn't teach you how to handle failure. It doesn't teach you anything you want really to live in your life. Now, because of that reason, now what has happened is individuals have started designing that I want to learn this skill. Can I find the expert in the world and learn from the comfort of the home? People have started thinking about that. I'll tell you why this is very important. Like Siddharth rightly you said, 2012 when I did my first program, Brian Tracy, to bring a few hundred people to the room was not easy because people didn't know the value of this education. 2012, 2013, we used to struggle to get few hundred people to the room. But today, as you said, I think last month alone, we had 58,000 new customers coming into SuccessGyan. This is from across 35 cities and towns in India. Because people are valuing this education. And it is only going to grow. Because, as I told you, relationships, money, business, health, fitness, wellness, all these things are going to explode. And people are going to understand and find who's the expert and learn from the sit of the home. Now, because of that, I truly believe training and coaching will become a multi-billion-dollar industry, especially in India. You know why? India has got the volume. We have 140 crore people across India. Think about it. Okay. All these people need all the things which you guys told right now. Where will they go? They have to go to trainers who are experts at it. Now, which is the only community in India which has got the trainers and coaches who are expert at it? Which community? ILH, right? There's nobody else. That's why every single one of you will definitely make a crore plus, without doubt. As long as you follow Sith and just blindly do what he says. because this man has dissected the whole industry completely. See, I'll tell you an example, tell you why. And in fact, today only Siddharth, I confirmed that regarding that Europe thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, as you all know, Success is the biggest in the world, who actually mentored me into this industry. So they're going to do a train the tournament program where Blair Singh is going to talk. Blair Singer send a mail to Siddharth as saying, can he come and share stage with him when this program is going to happen online? Think about that, because everywhere in the world are looking back to what Siddharth has actually created. Nobody has done this. Nobody. So I'm very excited, Siddharth. It's going to be a multi-billion-dollar industry, and I know for sure lots and most of them in this room are going to become super, super successful. So you've been a instrument, a catalyst in actually doing this revolution. And I'm waiting to see what's going to happen next 10 years, because you will actually see the result in the next 10 years. When these people become a Siddharth and a Rajiv and so on, each have a community of 20, 25,000 people. I'm waiting to see that. And it's really exciting. I'm so excited about that.
Thank you so much, Suren. And I have to attribute this to my mentor Vic. He showed me the power of ecosystem, and that combined with whatever we are doing over here, like the value system from Blair and all the other mentors. I mean, that's like supercharged it into something totally different. And I'm so grateful for being. They say, right, luck is when preparation meets opportunity, right? So I think that was the situation. We never knew that COVID was going to come, and how SGA just it happened because I had some data to share with you at that point of time, as in that experiment mode. And last month, 58,000 customers. It's amazing. It's much more. What is the maximum that you have done in an offline event?
Like 2019 full year, we had 50,000 people. Full year.
Full year, 15,000. Okay.
50,000.
50. Okay.
That was the maximum we ever did. Now this year, our goal is to have 10 lakh people. That's the goal. And I think we're going towards it. And I want to thank you, Siddharth. Without you, SGA would have never happened. You saved us the learning curve, because you showed us the methodology, the technology, what it needs to go online. Because of that, we could adapt very fast. And without you, it would have never happened. A big gratitude. Every stage I tell you, without you would have never happened. Thank you so much, Siddharth, for
it's
that.
mutual, Suren. It's your ideas also that propel this whole thing. It's amazing. That's the power of masterminding. Yeah, that's the power of the mastermind. Amazing. So the industry is booming. How many of you are already can feel that you're going to be in that 1 crore a month league? Just type 1 CR in the comment box. But you got to stay in the game. Okay, don't quit. Stay focused. Do whatever it takes. Build it. There's going to be lots of ups and downs, and obstacles are part of it. But the key here is the trend is moving up. So Suren, I want to take this question more like a backtrack of the research that you had done some time back, which is on the education system. I remember on the stage also you quoted a book, right? On from when did this whole education system get changed, and how it has changed the country. So I want you to talk a little bit about that, based on your research that you did, which is probably triggering now this situation. And the reason I'm asking that question is because what's going to be coming next is going to be probably the next. I mean, we're going to bring back the golden era of India. So tell everyone about that research that you did many years back.
Okay, I had a chance to read that book. I don't get the book name, but it said that till the 17th century, India was the number one superpower in the world. Okay. Till 17th century. Okay. Now, what happened after the 17th century, 1800s? What happened? Only one thing happened. British came to India. And you know what they did first? They changed our education system. That's the first thing they did. That is the same education system we are following till now. This education system basically stops your creativity. It tells you not to think. It only makes you employable. Correct? So that's the same education system. See, for me, when I read that, like India was a superpower till 18th century, 17th century, and the education system which has changed. And I was looking at the success people I've been following, like all the teachers and mentors. None of them went through the formal education. There's certain things they learned, they implemented, and they started. So then I said, can we give to India this education which is really needed right now by the world's best teachers and make a difference? So that's how actually my mission started going. See, Siddharth, you and me don't have any special skills.
Yeah.
We're not extraordinary. We are just ordinary people like anyone in this room. Just that we were a little focused. we followed the teachers, and our mission started getting bigger day by day. It is
Mm.
no longer about us, correct? So that from now we
No.
always have this. It's no
Yes.
longer about us, correct? It is more about our mission. What is that we can do? So for I want to tell, English came and changed the education system, which is only employable, and I don't think that the education system can ever change because too much money, too much politics, too much bureaucracy, and too much business in it. Why would they change
Yes.
it? They
Mm.
won't change it, correct? So then what happens? Why should we feed our children also into the same system? Can we do something else? My
Mm.
suggestion, I'm not saying don't let them go to college, let them do it, but get them the alternative education, which is what is needed to live in today's world and become successful, which is provided by teachers, which we are creating. So that's what is the
Yes.
key. And this is
Mm.
going to change slowly. I truly believe 10 years from now, people will wake up and the current education system is going to crumble. It's already crumbling because COVID is really testing it now. COVID is
Yes.
really testing. Why would you want to do a call for a kid and take a syllabus and by heart it?
Mm.
There's no more logic in it. So I think 10 years is going to be exciting.
Definitely, because you don't need to memorize anymore. I mean, everything is on Google. It's just about how do you get to where you want to go and how you can solve a problem. And if you look at the old before British era, it was all Gurukul system, right? So the teacher would be there, everyone would go. And I think now with what you're doing here, we are creating like digital Gurukuls. Like everyone is going to be the expert. Everyone comes to their home digitally.
Exactly. So that it's like
Yeah.
the same Gurukul we always used to do for many, many centuries, correct?
Yes.
A teacher is there. People who want to learn that topic come to him, and the methodology is such a way that they learn as a team,
Mm.
as a community together, and
Yes.
everybody becomes the best in that skill. That's the
Exactly.
beauty. That's exactly
Mm.
what we're doing. And I think
Mm.
you're pioneering this, Siddharth. I think you're really pioneering this and making a difference in India.
Thank you, Suren. How many of you are excited about this? Just type excited, because this journey that you've got into it's much beyond just you creating a course and launching it. It's not, that's not even what
Yeah.
it is. Like 10 years from now, when you are building your own tribes, you're having your community of, let's say now in this community have like 10, 11,000 people. Now, if 700 of us have 10,000 people in our tribes, then that's where the shift will start to be felt in this world. And I'm really excited as that unfolds.
Yes,
So,
Siddharth,
Suren, yeah,
I want to
yeah,
add this, Siddharth.
yeah.
Okay. It's not only 700 people having 10,000.
Mm,
700 teachers, trainers who are learning the right way to do it with the right
yes.
value system, integrity, and the charity give back which you follow religiously.
Mm,
That makes the difference.
yes.
So I think that will make the difference in the country, where and
Mm,
all of us working together. So we're
yeah.
not see the whole point is when we work as a team, as you say, the mastermind you have in digital master conference, like
Mm,
in SGA, we have 10 Indian trainers, right? These 10
mm,
Indian trainers work as one team where they support each other. Then what happens? 1 plus 1 is not 2, it is actually 11.
yeah.
That's what I believe. When two people
Mm,
come together, it's not 2. 1 plus 1 is actually 11.
mm,
If 10 people come together, what happens? 700 people working as one community, what happens? That's the difference. We can
yes.
really
Yes.
rewire this country, make India a superpower it deserves to be. And I truly believe, I always have this conversation with Blair.
Mm,
5, 10 years from now, the biggest export from India will not be technology, will not be anything else. The biggest export from India will be world class trainers, teachers, and leaders. Our people will
yes.
become world class and go make a difference across the world. This is what I believe. This is going to be our biggest export.
Phenomenal. Thank you for reiterating that, Suren. We're really, blessed to be on this journey together on this. Next question is rewind. I'm going to rewind time a little bit for back into your initial starting years. You mentioned Brian Tracy. That one event really impacted you. But besides that, have there been any other specific programs that you invested, you went, whether it's India or abroad, where you found some major shifts happening in you? Like which are those training programs that you went through?
Personally learned from 55 plus thought leaders till now and world
55 plus.
50
Okay.
plus in my
Mm.
journey from 2006, March of 2006.
Mm.
I'm going to list down five which changed the direction of my life.
Yeah.
First one is obviously Brian Tracy, March of 2006. It changed my direction of my life.
Mm.
The second one which changed my direction of life was 2008 Malaysia, where I went and met T. Harv Eker,
Okay.
man
Mm.
who wrote Secrets of Millionaire Mind and attended Millionaire Mind Intensive. It
Mm.
changed my life because till that time, the way I saw money was different. When I
Mm.
really understood what was actually money, what is the vibration, and what we need to do, because all that we have been told about money is wrong. The way we have been programmed since our childbirth. Like
Yes.
money is the root cause of all evil, money doesn't go on trees, rich
Mm.
people are arrogant. All that programming is wrong, because if you say rich people are arrogant,
Mm.
you're telling you don't want to become arrogant, so you'll never become rich, right?
Yes. Yes.
Subconsciously, correct?
Mm.
So all this programming changed that day. So that's my second program which changed my life.
Mm.
Third, meeting my personal guru Sri M. 2012 is when I met him. That
Mm.
changed my complete life, my spiritual life. I go to regular satsangs with him. We do
Mm.
spiritual retreats, and that's changed my life.
Mm.
And I will say Blair Singer. March 2012 is the first time I met Blair in Singapore for a training.
Mm.
That completely changed one more direction of my life. He showed me my bigger purpose. He actually made me realize what is my real mission in my life. And he
Mm.
also made perturbation, the topic.
Yeah.
He made me
Yes.
understand that for us to accomplish anything big in life,
Mm.
you have to go through pressures. There's no other way it's done. You
Mm.
have to go through pressure and become a diamond and come out. And you always
Yes.
have to go through pressure to go to the next level. So for me, Blaise Singer, and that was March 2012. And the last teacher I
Mm.
would name is Dr. D. Martini, one of
Mm.
my all-time favorites now. July 2016, first time he brought him to Bangalore for an
Mm.
event. He was a keynote. I've never heard him speak. So he was in a SuccessGyan event, delivered a keynote. I was mesmerized. I think Raju was next to me. Both of us like bowled away by his conviction and his depth of knowledge. So for me, that's
Mm.
the fifth teacher who changed my
Wow.
life. These are five people I will always say. Currently, I'm learning a lot from D. Martini.
Mm. Amazing. Amazing. Did all of you take note of those names? Type yes in the comment box. Yeah, this is wow. Look at that. Somebody's put the whole list there. Okay, great, great. Okay, so next question is, which mentors do you recommend for aspiring coaches to make it big? Now, everyone is learning in this community, so they're following my method. But besides what they're doing over here, uh, who else would you recommend that we follow?
Siddharth, is normally people ask me this question wherever I go and talk. The
Mm.
first name I say is Siddharth Rajshekar if you want to be in training and coaching. So you guys are lucky. So first one is already done. Siddharth Rajshekar first at any cost everywhere I go. The second person, if you're in training and coaching, you have to follow Blair. There's no two ways.
Yes, yes.
You have to be a student of Blair. Do everything he teaches you, because if you want to be truly world class, this is the man who's created master of masters. That's why we call him the magician and master of masters.
Mm.
Second is Blair Singer. I would say Dr. D. Martini because of the depth. I would say D. Martini or Jack Canfield or Brian Tracy. Out of the three, whichever you're aligned with energetically.
Mm.
Means when you listen to a person energetically, you get aligned, right? So out of
Yes.
three, because D. Martini is not for everyone. I truly believe he's a
Mm.
different level, energyly different. He's not for everyone. But
Mm.
between Brian Tracy, Jack Canfield, D. Martini, follow at least one. So Siddharth
Mm.
and Blair compulsory. Other three they can follow one.
Nice, clear. Now, if you had to start from scratch, let's say you're ground zero and you have to start your business from scratch today, what will you do? What are your steps?
Siddharth, honestly, is a lot of people ask this question. So 2012, you started SuccessGyan. If at all we give you a chance to start all over again, what would you
Mm.
do differently? That's the normal question people ask.
Yeah.
I always tell them that I don't want to do anything differently, because I want to do what I did, because I failed, I learned. Today, my success is because of all that I did and I learned from it. Because there are only two things which happens, Mr. Dutt. When you do something, either you do it right or you learn. That's it. Correct? It's only a feedback. There is never something called failure, according to me.
Yes.
It's a feedback to do better. That's
Mm.
what has happened. So for me, I don't think I'll change anything, Siddharth. I'll do the same thing again, because that's what made me what I am. See, I lost
Mm.
my father when I was 17. I had 24 lakhs as loan. I've gone through every kind of failures in life. Because of that, today I'm successful, because there's no challenge which really affects me. I get excited when I see a challenge. Honestly, any challenge excites me,
Mm.
because
Mm.
nature is telling me to go to the next level. That's it. So for me, a challenge excites me.
Mm.
For me, I don't think I
Awesome.
do anything differently, Siddharth. Same journey.
Awesome, awesome. Once again, Suren, thank you so much for your time. And I know you're super busy doing multiple things, working with so many speakers, and for you to give this 1 hour time and inspiring us really means a lot. We want to keep inviting you back for more of these sessions, so that we get a perspective from you on what we can do as a community. So really want to thank you, Suren.
We have a Milky Way, thousands of stars. Our galaxy is so big, where Earth is like a speck of dust, and Earth, India is like a speck of dust. From India, Chennai is a speck of dust. In that, we are like a speck of dust. Okay? We did not have a control when we were born. To we were born, we don't know when we are going to die. In this between time, we are gifted to be an instrument in somebody's life transformation. That itself a gift. If you're a trainer or coach, whether you chose the path or nature chose you, I don't know. But that's a gift to be part of this, to become a transformation for somebody else. Please value that gift. Please be responsible on what you do. Get your vibrations really high up. Always be grounded. Always remain humble. And believe that you are an instrument of change for somebody's life. And take a oath that you're going to really, really have a big mission and make a difference. That's all I want. And we want you to pay it forward. Like me and Siddharth, when we talk, when we learn from Blair, we just want to pay it forward for Blair. We want to take his torch and light and run forward. Same thing. I want you guys to see how Siddharth does it. Take the same energy vibration with the same authenticity. Make a difference in this world because India needs you. You guys are going to be super successful, but always remain grounded and humble and be the difference. And thank you, Siddharth, for inviting me. It's always a honor
Thank
in
you.
this community. And thank you for being here, guys. All the very best. As I told you, 3 years. Stick to this. 1 crore per month is there for your taking. Just do that.
Yes.
Thanks,
Yes.
Siddharth. I'm going to take leave. Have
Thank
fun.
you, Suren.
Have
Yeah.
a lovely time. Thank you, Siddharth. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.